Hi there, it's Mark here from the Wonderful channel. Today we're going to take things right back to basics and look at running for beginners. Are you starting out your running journey or thinking about starting to run? Surely running is easy, right? Well, hit subscribe or give us a like and strap yourself in. So I've been running now for 30 plus years and I'm going to bring you 8 key tips for beginners and things I wish I knew before I started running and unlock what success can look like to you. These tips can also be used to sanity check that you're taking the right steps. If you don't know how to start running, this video is definitely for you. Whether you're training for your first 5k, looking for the perfect running shoes, wondering on what's the best running apps that you'll actually use, or just looking for general running tips, we have this covered in this video all about running for beginners. So let's start at the ground. Yep, that's right, footwear. The single most important tip is choosing the right footwear. Now getting the right footwear can be a bit of a minefield and stressful on its own. Well, not all of us run on the road and not all of us do trail runs. We all have different goals, so it's very subjective. So the key is to do your research and maybe go to your local store and try a few pairs on to see what's comfortable to you. So let's look at what you should be looking for in a decent pair of running shoes. Making sure you can wiggle your toes and there's not too much pressure. Ensuring the heel is snug at the back and not too tight is essential. Now what I did, which I can highly recommend, is go to a local sportswear shop that offer custom shoe fitting. Now this will cost a bit more than just buying a normal pair of running shoes, but with the latest tech and guidance, they will run through with you how you run and custom build an insert to ensure that you are not only running right, but you are comfortable, and it's all personalised for you. The great news is that a custom sole is interchangeable, so once you have worn out your trainers, take out the sole, insert and stick the custom sole in your new trainers. It's worth probably doing this every couple of years. As you lose weight or change your running style, you will probably require a new sole insert, but well worth the investment. So the next thing is when to run, morning, afternoon or night. Now this is very subjective, so I'm going to go with my experience, which is first thing in the morning is the best way. Why? Because I find it sets me up for the day, and although I don't run as fast in the morning as I do at night, I find after my morning run I am more motivated and full of energy and less likely to snack on the wrong foods during the day. Now running at the other times is still okay. Remember, this is subjective and my ideas. And hey, you may not have time to run in the morning with work, kids, etc. But don't worry, running at any time is going to benefit you. It's all about taking that step and getting you out there doing your thing. The biggest frustration I had when I started out running was where to put my keys. Phone, gels, longer runs, where to put my water. Yep, we have all been there, carrying water bottles with us. I don't know about you, but I find this really off-putting and annoying, and the water quickly warms up. So what's the answer? A running belt. Now these come in various shapes and sizes, and things to look out for are size, weight, how easy it is to access your things, and do you need the option to carry water. So I've spent a lot of time reviewing these and I've listed my top 5 as below. The flip belt is first and is a large belt. It has multiple access points, has a non-bounce design and sits flat against the waist. The next one is the spy belt. It expands to fit just about everything. It doesn't bounce when you run. It has loops on the belt for your keys. It's a great choice for a smaller runner, as the belt can be adjusted to just about all waist sizes. The next one is the Clengy running waistband. Comes complete with 2 250ml water bottles which come in handy on long training runs. The waistband is adjustable and the zip pocket is big enough for most phones, your keys and your gels. Next on the list is the Slim Hip Pack, a great option for smaller runners. This night running belt is pretty slim, so it won't weigh you down. I'm a big fan of the reflective details which make running in low light a lot safer, and the waistband is easy to adjust. And the final one is the Ultimate Direction Race Belt version 4. It comes with a waist pouch. It might be the most expensive belts on the list, but it's one of the best. I have ever run with. The Velcro waist straps make it super easy to pull the belt tight against your waist. It's got an easy to reach quick stash pockets. It's big enough for all your essentials. Now, I've linked all the belts in the description bar of this video. If you want to get one yourself or compare, please feel free to do so, as I've done all the research for you already. Now this brings me on to foods. When should you eat? Before a run? And how much should we eat? Based on my experience, usually about an hour before we run is the ideal time to take on some sustenance. This can be anything in the form of some fruit or a light snack to give you the right amount of energy to last you while you're on your run. Now we don't want to be overeating, so getting the right balance is key. We don't want to be too heavy or bloated on our run, as this will have an opposite effect. Eating is all about balance, taking in enough to give you the required energy for your run and not overeating that we can't run. So we've looked at footwear, when to run and when to eat. So what's next? So you have everything in place and you want to track your run, a place where you can sanity check your progress, the routes you are taking, or even just clock up those steps. We live in a modern age where applications are just one click away from our fingertips. So which is the best app to use? I'm going to do a separate video on tech, but for now, as a beginner, all of the apps that are available for you to use can be really overwhelming, and it's difficult to figure out which exactly you'll actually end up using. With this in mind, the single best app I use is Strava. Why? Because it provides a free subscription model, works on Android and iOS, it allows you to record an activity, and it goes to your Strava feed. Your friends and followers can also link into this. You can share all your races, your workouts, give a big thumbs up and kudos to great performance, and leave comments on each other's activity. It also tracks your runs in miles on a daily, weekly, monthly and yearly basis. It also allows me to build my own routes as well as plug into heart monitors. Hey, even as checkpoints, where it will pick up your time between 2 points and log you on a leaderboard so you can see how you compare with other runners out there in your area. Finally, are you part of a group of runners or run with friends? You can even set up your own running place in the app so you can see how you are doing together. So we are all set and ready to go, aren't we? Not quite yet. As we head out the door, making sure that we stretch and warm up is essential. We have all been guilty of heading out and not warming up. Take 3 to 4 minutes to warm up those muscles with quick and easy stretching exercises, targeting all the muscle groups you are going to use on your run. Maybe look at your quads, hamstring, glutes, hip flexors and calf muscles. Now there are plenty of exercises out there that can be targeted in multiple areas at the same time. I'm going to be making a video on my top 6 to 10 exercises to help you further, so keep a lookout for that video. Remember, if you don't stretch, you are at risk of causing injury, but most certainly you will feel the tight and stiffness after the run, and most definitely the next day. So take it from me, spending 3 to 4 minutes stretching out, warming up, you will thank me for this. Finally, are you going out on your first run? The next part happens all the time. Your body is not used to running, so you won't have all the aches and pains yet. These next tips go hand in hand with each other, which is pace and keeping motivated. Pace is so important, making sure you don't overdo it and kick off at a high pace, because all that will happen is the next day you won't be able to move effectively or be sore, and therefore you will either be put off running altogether, which is the worst outcome, or you'll be out of action for days while the body recovers, and the chances are you will start to find excuses why not to run. So take it steady, get used to what your body is comfortable with, and gain an understanding of what your body's natural pace is. The way to do this is to regulate your pace so you are not breathing heavy, your legs are not feeling the strain, and you will only feel like you have let yourself down if you fly into the distance. So slow and steady is the best remedy. Need to stop? Hey, then stop. Don't worry about stopping. This is your journey and your pace, so slow down, take that breather. It's all about pacing yourself. Motivation is also key to success. Having an end goal, a target is key. Maybe it's losing some weight, alternatively just looking at enjoying running. A big tip is always have a checkpoint when you run. It may be a street sign, a house you stopped on your last run. Aim to go past it and pick up a new checkpoint. This will then provide you the motivation to run that little bit further. But remember, no matter how far or long you have run, you are always a winner. Always feel proud of what you've achieved. And I can honestly say there are days I've not wanted to go out and run, but after I feel so much more energised and pleased with myself after I have gone. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, hit subscribe, give it a like. Do you have any other tips you can share with anyone starting out running? Please put them in the comments below. Remember, we are in this together and we are trying to make a better version of you.